So this video is all about rubrics, using rubrics in Schoology. So you don't always have to grade assignments using a numeric scale. You can create a rubric, and it's pretty simple to do. So right now I'm in one of my Schoology classes here. You can see here I have an assignment, and it's a persuasive essay that I'm asking the students to write. So I'm just going to click on it just so you see the content of it. So I have my instructions here, and I also have a video that I want the students to watch before they begin putting together their persuasive essay. So in order to do this most efficiently, what I think is the best way to do this is actually go to your Schoology resources and create the rubric there as opposed to the individual class. By putting it in resources, if you are unfamiliar with resources, resources sort of like the hub of everything that you create in Schoology. If you want to save a backup of it, you can put it in there to be used in future Schoology courses or current Schoology courses. So I'm going to go ahead and click on resources, and you can see my resources is kind of messy. I have a lot of content in here. Under my resources, what you can do is create different collections, which is basically like creating a folder, and you can put everything in that folder that makes sense for that folder. So if you want to do that, you can click on this little folder icon over here to create a new folder in your resources. I already happen to have one here. I created a collection slash folder called Rubrics, and when I click on Rubrics, you can see here I have several rubrics that I already created. To create a new one, all I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Add Resources, and then I'm going to select Add Rubric. So this is where the rubric shows up over here on the right hand side, and you can see it's sort of set up like a rubric already. You just need to add the content to it. So we're going to call this Essays Persuasive, and then we are going to fill out the rest of the criteria. So for the first criteria, let's say I want this to be my goal or thesis. So I'm going to click inside here. I'm going to type that in there. And you can add a description so that the students know exactly what this criteria means, and then you have a grading scale here. So if you want to add an additional grading scale cell, you can. By default, it has 4, but you can add additional ones. And then each one of these is worth 4 points, each of the grading scale. And then I'm going to click down here to add another criteria, and I'm going to put my reasons and support. We will put that there, and then we'll put a couple of others. I will add another criteria, put that in here. So you can copy and paste, which is what I'm doing right now because I do have a rubric that I want to use. You can't import rubrics into this. They do have to be created within Schoology, just an FYI on that. So once you're done, you're going to click Create. And now I have my rubric all ready to go. Now I want to bring it into an assignment. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to click on this. I'm going to go over here and I'm click Add to Course. And then I'm going to choose which course I want this to be available in. So this is the course where I had put my assignment. So I'm going to click on this one and I'm going to click Add. So now there's a copy in my course. So now we're going to go back over to the course, and I'm going to click Edit over here. And then instead of this being a numeric scale, I'm going to select this and I'm going to choose Essays Persuasive. Okay, because I had copied it to this course, it's now available to me. It shows the point value, and then I can hit Save Changes. You do have the option to not show this to students, but I think it's helpful so that they see what is expected of them. So that is always checked off by default, but you can uncheck it. So I'm going to click Save Changes. So now when the students click on the assignment, below it, there you're going to see the criteria, grading scale, and you can make this, put in more text in here to further explain what they need to do. But this is basically the way that you would do it. So I hope this has helped you figure out ways to use rubrics and create rubrics for your Schoology classes and assignments.